Hey, what's going on everybody? Akeem here with your games fix for today. Ed Boon's bringing us more Mortal Kombat with a 12th installment. Nintendo's out of this year's E3, and it's all presented by The Consultant. Available now on Prime. Right, not to be outshined by Street Fighter 6 coming out later this year, Mortal Kombat 12 is making way for a 2023 release as well. Now, during an earnings call, WB Discovery made sure the gamers amongst them were sitting pretty with a rapidly circulating clip of the company's EVP of Global Investor Strategy letting everyone know when to expect MK12. Now, in the clip, Andrew Slavin can be heard saying, quote, "And there's lots more to come, including the highly anticipated Mortal Kombat 12 and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, games also set for release this year with ambitious launch projections." Now, this is obviously great news for fans of the long-running fighting franchise, as this means maybe we can now get Ultra Instinct Shaggy to join the fray. Now, while that's definitely unlikely, with the waning interest in multiverses, if you really want to kind of continue getting mileage out of that particular fan favorite character, well, just port them on over. Anyway, we reached out to WB for more information on MK12, so we'll wait and see what they say. And what's crazy is we haven't heard much of anything about Mortal Kombat 12, save for the voice actor of Johnny Cage seemingly teasing a sequel is in the works with a post of him chilling in the WB studio lot. And even Ed Boon was keeping things hush-hush when we asked him a few questions, and he only confirmed that the NetherRealm team is working on another game. Either way, it's a great time to be a fighting game fan with both Street Fighter 6 and MK12. Now here's hoping Tekken 8 also makes its way to consoles later this year as well. We really got to complete that holy trinity of fighting game goodness. One more thing. Actually, I got a couple. Now Nintendo is sitting out this year's E3. Yeah, now speaking to us here at IGN, Nintendo confirmed it'll be skipping the gaming festivities, saying, quote, "Since this year's E3 show didn't fit into our plans, we have made the decision to not participate. However, we have been and continue to be a strong supporter of the ESA and E3. Now that's a real bummer because what the hell are we gonna do here at IGN? We cover E3 every single freaking year. With Xbox, Sony, and now Nintendo not participating, it'll be looking rather slim this year. Now, Nintendo doesn't have anything major coming out around the time that E3 is happening, and Xbox is hosting its very own event in LA around E3. Now, those pandemic years really made these gaming companies realize that they can be very self-sufficient without E3. Now, E3, however, is still holding strong to its June 13th through 16th event at the LA Convention Center. And finally, we're celebrating Prime's The Consultant, which is out today. Now, have you ever had a boss that just seemed like they came straight out of your nightmares? Well, in this new series, Academy Award winner Christoph Waltz may be exactly that. Now, speaking of bosses, we've been asking some of our IGN staff about their picks for the toughest bosses they've ever faced off against in their video game journeys. Now, here's today's featured boss.
Nearly every boss in Bloodborne can be an absolute kick in the pants for both newcomers and hardened Souls game veterans alike, but the one that always seems to really catch me off guard and rip me to shreds in wild new ways, even on my 6th run through the game, is the Blood-Starved Beast. For starters, let's get into just how horrible the Blood-Starved Beast looks. It's a large, grotesque pile of wet fur and peeled skin flailing around a decrepit church. If the Blood-Starved Beast stood perfectly still, that would be enough to instill fear in the hearts of every hunter, but the real fun starts when the orchestral stabs kick in and it just starts flailing around and gnashing towards you. That's when you realize this thing moves like a 9-foot tall rabid dog. It screams and spits and lunges at you chaotically and violently with no rhyme or reason, swinging its huge claws at your face as it cuts through the air with the sound of a dozen swords. Now, tons of FromSoft bosses are large, imposing, and weighty, crushing you with hammers or stomping you out with big stone fists, but the Blood-Starved Beast, on the other hand, is like none of those things, instead choosing to quickly tear you to pieces in ways that seem almost impossible to predict at first. It's symbolic of Bloodborne's entire playstyle compared to its heavier contemporaries. It's fast, limber, and turbulent, forcing you to play the same way. Now, The good news is the beast absolutely despises fire, hates it. Throw some on your weapon, tear it apart before it hits the second or third phases, where it starts secreting clouds of poison that will creep through your bloodstream and kill you quickly. Oh, the best part about this fight, like the absolute best part, it's totally optional. You don't even need to fight this thing. You can just let it saunter around its crumbling cobblestone cathedral forever, but honestly, really, what kind of hunter would you be if you just let it live? You're here to hunt beasts, especially beasts of the blood-starved variety, and yes, this thing will eviscerate you, and yes, it's gonna hurt, but with a little luck and a lot of fire, you'll make sure it doesn't live to see the sunrise.
Whew, and there you have it. How many tries did it take you to beat your favorite video game boss? Let us know in the comment section down below, and make sure to stream Prime's The Consultant, available now only on Prime. And that was your daily fix for today. Thank you so much for watching. Now that you're caught up on today's news, please go play a video game. Sons of the Forest is out right now. Try to survive a cannibal or 2 or 3. There's a ton in that game. Or you can check out the first 16 minutes of the video game right here. Download the IGN app on all your devices. Subscribe to the Snap Fix on Snapchat. And for everything else, IGN.com.